Are you children paying attention? Tonight, you got a true lesson in friendship and sisterhood. I hope you were paying attention. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on this video. This is my review for RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 4. This is episode 4, okay? Now, like I said, tonight we got a true scene of sisterhood and friendship at its best, in my opinion, which on this channel is the one opinion that's like the biggest opinion. It's mine, my channel, my opinion. Anyway, I'm joking. Not really. Anyway, all right, so let's talk about what went down here. First of all, we actually had two guests. We had Erica Ash and we had Zoe Kravitz. I was so happy to see Zoe. I was like, check her out. Hey, Zoe. So, yeah, I was real excited to have those two on the show. We start right off with Manila Luzon. And Manila doesn't feel bad about struggling with her decision last week about sending Valentina home. She doesn't feel bad. And guess what? She shouldn't. See, people get too caught up in this. There are no rules. And in past seasons, the girls have actually sat down and said, okay, horse, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go by what the judges say, or we're going to go by what happened in the past and make sure that the person that should be voted off get voted off. They didn't do any of that. This is a free-for-all. Everybody play the game the way you want to play the game. This is the way this is understood to be. This is the way it's actually been set up. This is the way it's been set up. You play the game the way you want to play the game. Not the way some other whore decides that you should play the game. Now, my thing is, was Gia Gunn irritating? Oh boy. She was irritating. She was a nasty bitch, and it was time for her to go. It was time for her to go the day that they opened up the doors and she walked out and was like, Gia Gunn's here. It was time for her to go home that day. But Valentina is a goddamn problem. Valentina is good. She is good, and if you want to win, you send that bitch home. That's just the way it is. Now, it's all up to you if you want to play that game of, oh, yes, I'm good, and I don't want to do it like that, and I don't want to win because it was easy. Bitch, it ain't easy. If I sent Valentina home, I've done something that qualified me to be able to send her home. So, no, it wasn't easy. I made the journey easier for me, but that was one of the steps that had to be done. But you definitely had to step up it to get past that step. So it wasn't easy. So there's no right and there's no wrong. You know what I mean? And if you're fighting this fight like this and you got a chance to stab a bitch, why am I waiting until later to stab her? Oh, no, I don't want to stab her now. I want to wait until her and I are actually jousting. I caught the bitch on the steps and her back was turned, baby, so I juked her, honey. You know what I mean? It is what it is. There's $100,000 at stake. And you could go ahead on and play whatever game it is that you want to play. And none of the answers are wrong. Any way you choose to play the game, it is fair and it is correct. There is no rules. So I don't think that Manila should feel bad at all. I really don't. I don't think she should feel bad. And I'm telling you, I told you all, Valentina is a snake. She's a snake. And if Valentina had the chance to slice Manila, she would have did it. She would have did it. The smart thing would have been to leave Gia here. The smart thing would have definitely been to leave Gia here. It really would have. Anyway, so I was living for the fact that Manila stood in the shit, was like, whatever. Moving on. Okay, so this week we did what was called Jersey Justice. It was like a court show, and it was based around the New Jersey girls, and just hilarious. It really was funny. The girls split off into three sections. There was Latrice, Monet, and Monique. Valentina and Trinity were together, and then Manila and Naomi were together. I was like, I just kind of looked at Latrice, Monet, and Monique. Was like, why all three of y'all get together? Y'all had the choice to do this, and why did all three of you put yourselves on the same team? Made absolutely no sense to me, but whatever. That was the dumbest move. Dumb. And I was like, and y'all want me to say what I really am thinking? I know you already know. Why are you three black bitches getting over there together to bomb together? We're talking about New Jersey. We're talking about a culture that is different than your culture. So you may actually bomb. Why are you putting yourself with two other black girls? And, generally I don't do the black versus white thing, but we're talking about New Jersey. We're talking Jersey and all of that business. All of that. Don't say nothing about my daughter and all of that. The lingo and everything. I'm putting myself where the white girls are. I'm not going to put myself in a group of all black girls. I'm not. I'm going to put myself where somebody possibly has some of that ingrained in them, and I can either draw from them, learn from them. You can't learn. Well, I didn't think that you'd be able to learn Jersey from these two black girls. Now, if we was doing something that was South Central LA, or if we was doing something that's from over in Chicago or something like that, then yeah, I'm going to run over there with the black girls. But if you're talking about Jersey, I'm going over with the white girls. Come on. But, okay, think about it. Monet, I said, okay, because Monet is actually from New York, so she might be able to pull it off. I wasn't so sure about Monique, though. And I was wrong. Because Monique killed it. But I'm just telling you what I would have done, where I would have placed myself. I know Manila is an actress. I'd have threw my ass over there where Manila was. I definitely would have did that. I'd have been in the group with Manila. And Latrice actually knows Manila well enough. But that was smart on their part because they're friends. So don't be on the team together so one can get the chance to save the other. So that was smart. But anyway, child, again, play the game the way that seems the smartest. For me, the smartest would not have been all the black people on the same team, and ain't none of y'all from New York except for one of y'all. No, and talk about Jersey. No, but whatever. Anyway, so they get down, they do their skits. First, we had Manila and Naomi, and it was hilarious. It was just hilarious. And I was surprised at Naomi because Naomi was dead on. Naomi, her whole thing, she sounds just like Big Ange the whole time. So all I'm hearing when she's doing it is Big Ange, and y'all know we love Big Ange, child. So I was like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Rest in peace, Big Ange. Funny, she was like some good fucking TV. Big Ange was hilarious and just a sweetheart. She was such a sweet person, but just so damn funny. You know, and she was funny and she wasn't trying to be funny. She was just funny. Rest in peace, Big Ange. But they were perfect. I enjoyed them immensely. I really did. I thought they did a wonderful job. Then next we actually had the group with all the black girls. RuPaul's, honey. And I said, oh, how's this going to go? And it was excellent. It was excellent. It was absolutely hilarious. The whole cake fight and the whole thing. Latrice actually played the mother. Um, when you start talking about New Jersey mothers, it could be way, way over the top, or it could be a little laid back. Hers was more laid back because Monique and Monet, they were both way up here. So no matter what, truly, no matter what Latrice did, was never going to match them. And if she did match them, they would have ended up being over the top because you had these three characters that were like way over the top. I kind of like the way that Latrice played it. She played down, she was the mother, and the daughter was the really, really crazy, crazy one. But then when all the action started, Latrice was the one doing all the fighting. I said, so it made sense to me. But I don't know. It made sense to me. And I didn't really agree with these results that we're getting ready to get to. But I liked it. It was cool. But yeah, Latrice's role was a little played back, and the other ones were really, really, they were up so high. They was carrying on terrible. Okay, and then there was Trinity and Valentina. Earlier on, they were worried about Valentina and how well she was going to be able to do it, and Valentina was a little bit worried, but Valentina did excellent. She did excellent. She did excellent. Um, Trinity, their skit was funny, but it was really all Valentina. Trinity didn't seem authentic. Trinity seemed more like she was being herself. And I lost the Jersey stuff. And then the Jersey stuff, when she did it, it was so forced. It was so forced. So actually, of all the girls, Trinity was my least favorite this week. And you know, she usually does very, very good with doing these comedic roles. But she was my least favorite. Okay. So that was that. So let's go on. Her outfit was on. Def she always pulls the look, but the acting and all of that, and the ad libs and all of that, and it was improv. It was more like Trinity being Trinity, and Trinity is Southern. She's not Joycey. So you know, all her Jersey stuff seemed very put on. She was my least favorite. But anyway, okay. So let's start before we even get to runway. The girls' runway, which was curves and swerves, padded for the gods. Rue came out, baby. I said, whoa, bitch, what are you wearing, honey? It was, honey, Rue. She came out as little Ho Peep, honey. I said, or was that a snot colored coat, bitch? I couldn't get with that outfit. Even the hair and everything, it was girl. It was giving me little Ho Peep, honey. I said, okay, girl, go get the sheep, honey. No problem, girl. Moving on. So on the runway, the girls, they all showed up and showed out. Everybody's runway was dead on. Everybody's runway was really good. Valentina was very, very creative. She came out as a couture pattern in the works. And it was, she did a good job. That, like, the realization of it and all of that, it was, I liked it. I really did like it. I think it could have worked better in a different category, but it was cool because she was padded. You know, usually she's not padded. She's like, you know, she does sleek and sexy, but she was padded like she looked like a mannequin, like an actual dress form. But it's cool, you know, for padding. Dress forms are made of padding, so I got it. I got what she was talking about. It was cool. I had no problem with it. Monique, first time, bitch. First time that I didn't pick it out and be like, girl, what is this piece together shit? Monique was flawless. That makeup, that hair, everything, bitch. It was so fantasy, and so it was very much. It was a nod to Alexander McQueen. And the reference was fully realized there. It was perfect. It was perfect. It's the best. I mean, everything. Those exaggerated eyebrows and then the blue and all it. Everything she did. The waves, hair, and that colors. And then she did the cow print, which threw it back to her little thing. It was excellent, Monique. Best I've ever seen you look. Ever. Ever. Construction wise, everything. Best I've ever seen you look. I loved it. I loved it. And her, as far as the girls and doing the skit, I thought Monique was the best out of every girl there, out of all of them. She was the best. She was the best. When you said when the planets line up, they lined up for Monique tonight. They really did. So, okay, let's go on now. Here we go. The tops were Monique and Manila. I agree. I agree. I agree. Um, the bottoms were Latrice and Monet. I don't agree. I do not agree at all. I think it should have actually been Latrice and Trinity. I don't put Monet down there. I believe that Trinity should have been sitting where Monet was, because Monet was Jersey all day long. All day, loud, obnoxious. She was Jersey all day. She was Joyzy. And she should have been over there safe. I think that Trinity should have been in the bottom. And the funny part was, all throughout this time, Trinity's in her confessionals talking shit. I'm like, see, but I told you all this about Trinity, didn't I? Have you all been paying attention week to week when we sit here? What did I tell you all about Trinity? I told you I like Trinity, but I told you that there's a bit of a bitch that lays around Trinity to tuck. Trinity was being bitchy. She was all up in those damn confessionals talking shit. Talking shit, backpedaling. When the girls started going, when the whole mood was just all fucked up. It was all fucked up when they left the stage, and the girls were fucked up about it. Everybody. They're like, oh my God, why is Latrice in the bottom? I don't want to be in this position. This is horrible. Nobody wants to vote her off because the fans ain't going to fill it for you. But I ain't worried about all that. But I mean, that's what they were, shit. Valentina told Trinity from the door, bitch, if it came down to you and Latrice, girl, I'll send you home. I'll send you home. But see, Valentina knows the power of fanfare. And she knows what happened down here on these internet streets, baby, when the show goes off. When you click off VH1, Valentina knows what goes down because she knows how her people get down. And she knows that Latrice has a big fan base like that, too. And Trinity's fan base is no match for Latrice's. And she told the truth. No matter what went down, bitch, whether you was good, great, or otherwise, if it came down to you and Latrice, bitch, she'll vote you off. She was honest. And I laughed because Tree was like, bitch, what? She went out there with that old shit, being all loyal to Valentina on the runway, honey, and they told her, oh, well, I didn't want to overdo it because I didn't want to outshine Valentina. And Carson told her, bitch, this is a competition. Honey, and Valentina's just sitting there looking at, I said, girl, you better get it together. But anyway, so everybody's going through all that. So this is what I'm talking about, Manila. So Manila was over there, baby. She was pitiful. I felt so bad. So bad for Manila. I was like, okay, come on. How are we going to process this? And when I looked over and they switched that screen, baby, y'all know I am Team Latrice all day long. And only thing I just couldn't get with Latrice said, I'm the most beloved queen here. And I'm the one who deserves to be here. Well, I want you there. I do want you there. I want you there. But you being who you are, don't make me keep you here. But I get what you're saying. I just wish you hadn't said it out loud. Because we do feel that way. We feel that way. We love you like that, bitch. But I just wish you hadn't said it out your mouth. Because then you got bitches like Trinity that was like, girl, don't nobody give a fuck about the fact that you've been doing drag for a million years, bitch. It's time to go home. I said, the fans are going to get you, Trinity, bitch. They're going to get you. And I mean, right, wrong, or indifferent. This is just how this. See, that's another game. Out here in these streets, when VH1 gets clicked off, it's another game out here in these streets. Girl, they gonna get you, bitch. And I ain't talking about me. Getting you now, bitch. But they're gonna get you, bitch. Talking shit. Believe that, girl. The fans gonna get you, bitch. Anyway, so Manila, when they panned the camera over, and Manila was just laying on Latrice and just bawling. Y'all know I'm a crybaby, child. Y'all know I'm a crybaby, honey. My eyes welled up with tears. I said, oh, Manila, bitch. I was like, don't do it. Honey, and then when Manila told Latrice, you listen. I'm getting ready to go down there and turn this motherfucker out, bitch, and save my friend. I said, oh, here is your lesson in friendship. Did you see what Manila did? Manila didn't give a fuck about none of that shit they was talking about. Bitch, there's a couple ways to play this game. Right now, this is how I'm playing the game, bitch. I'm getting ready to roll on you whores, and I'm keeping her here. She's my friend. Fuck all the rest of that shit. All that other shit that went on out the door and out the window, because now it's me and my girl. And I'm going to save my bitch, and I don't give a fuck how y'all feel about it, because that was the whole thing. If she wins and she saves Latrice, the other girls is going to be mad as hell and say it ain't right, and you shouldn't have sent Monet home. But Manila was like, girl, she's my friend, and she's my friend to the point where it wasn't like the week before where she had was no question about what she was going to do, and they knew it. If Manila win, Monet's ass is going home. Period. And you don't like it? Oh, well. Period. And I was here for it. I was here for it because that's how sisterhood works. That's how sisterhood works. And see, I'm getting ready to soapbox for a minute. I learned in 2015, let me tell you something. I've been in the life, I've been a house mother, okay? House treasure, I am Mother Treasure, okay? I've had daughters and sons come and go, okay? I've been doing female impersonation professionally for 23 years. I'm rolling on my 24th year, a couple weeks or so, 24 years. I've been doing female impersonation. Listen, let me tell you something. In 2015, I had a battle with cancer. And laying on my back and taking chemo and all of that bullshit and doing all of that and all the changes my life went through in that 5.5 months, I learned very fast who my actual friends were and who they are. So it's a very wide eye-opening experience. And in that time, I know a whole lot of people. I know a lot of people. But there were things that I thought that I knew and things that I did know, and all the questions got answered in that 5.5 months. I know who my friends are. You understand me? I know who they are. Even when you all try to nudge me and say, girl, I know who my friends are. Okay? I know who they are. Period. And I deal with everybody accordingly. Take that and do what you will with it, catch. But there's one drag whore walking around who, if her and I found ourselves in that same position, baby, I'd be just like Manila, baby. We'd be dropping some tears and be like, bitch, high five, bitch. See you on the floor. Let's take these whores down. And her name is the Lady Diamond. She lives here in Pittsburgh. Those of you who came to the SLVS when me and say Sean Bradley put together a couple years ago in 2016, you all know who I'm talking about. I drug that bitch right on to Vegas with me. That is my best girlfriend. She is my sister. As far as this whole drag thing goes, she's always been that. We've been sisters since we both were in the house of domination together, when we were children in the house. And we are still like this. And we still, back to back, shoulder to shoulder, let's take these hoes down. That's the way we've always approached the business. And I've known many drag girls. Many. I had one other girl that I felt that way about. She's since passed on. And her name was China Pendover. She was from Washington, D.C. You understand? Them two whores, shoulder to shoulder, back to back, bitch, let's get it. Everybody else, y'all cool. Y'all all right. Diamond, it would have been the same thing. Fuck that. Let the cards fall where they may. And I was so here for it. So, it just was what it was. I was so down for it. I was like, all right, Manila, now that's friendship. I don't care what happens after this. I don't care who feels how, but it's about me and her, honey. Back to back, shoulder to shoulder, bitch, let's get it. I was here for it. Okay, let me get down off my soapbox, but bam it, and I'm back, honey. Yeah, and that goes for my straight friends too, honey. Straight friends and family members, baby. I know who my real friends are. I know who the real people who are in my corner. Honey, and the list is very, very short. Very, 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 very short. Catch. Okay, so let's go. All right. So the lip sync song was The Bitch Is Back, Tina Turner. They got out there. They both did good. They both did good. But again, you know I tell you guys all the time about the planets lining up. And this time the planets lined up. The universe did what it did. It was just Monique Hart's night. It didn't matter what Manila did. You just couldn't. Didn't matter. The bitch was just on. She was just on. She had her Tina hair. The hair was fabulous. I love the hair. Outfit, not so much. It was going back to some of that piece together Monique shit. But the bitch performed. She performed. That bitch gave you Tina. That bitch did that slide across the floor. There's a specific way that Tina's feet move. And she had it. Where her foot never actually leaves the ground and she slides across the stage, kind of like she be moonwalking forward, kind of, and heels. It's a Tina Turner thing. It's a Tina-ism. And Monique Hart was dead on it. She was dead on it. And it wasn't just her head swing. It was everything. She gave you Tina. She did it. She did it. And there was nothing that Manila put her whole best foot forward for Latrice, and she just couldn't win. So then they did the Rue asked, who's going home, and she says, I'm sorry, but it's Latrice. She sent Latrice home. Sending Latrice home, and you can see it in Rue's face. Rue didn't really want to send Latrice home either. Rue was just as heartbroken. You can see it all over Rue's face. But like she says, so it is written, so it shall be done, honey. Ain't nothing you can do. Those are the rules. And the thing is, with the way Manila stood for Latrice, I can't do nothing but be hashtag Team Manila. Hashtag Team Manila, bitch, because you a real one. You're a real one. I'm here for Manila Luzon. Trinity, girl, you out, bitch, out, You backpedal, pussy pop. Trinity, I got my side eye on you, bitch, and I knew it was going to happen. I knew it wasn't going to make it through the whole time with you because, bitch, you were right willing to do the exact same thing Manila did last week for Valentina. Exact thing. But now you trying to call her on it. So no, girl, I ain't feeling you right now. I'm just looking at you out of the side. Just remember, girl, the fans is going to get you. Bitch. Anyway, I'm not mad with Monet staying because, out of all fairness, Monet deserved to stay. Out of the two, I love Latrice. I love Latrice Royale, and I was Team Latrice. I've been a Team Latrice, and I've told y'all that since they did the announcement of who's going to be here. But in all fairness, of who's actually up there, and if you put the performance between Latrice and Monet, Monet did deserve to stay. Monet did deserve to stay. So I can't be mad at Monique because she was fair. She was fair. And at the end of the day, Monique is more friends with Monet than she is with Latrice. She looks up to Latrice. Latrice is like a big sister, big and drag mama to her. But her and Monet are more friends than her and Latrice. So she did what she was supposed to do. I ain't mad with her. Baby, you won and you did what you were supposed to do. But I'm living for motherfucking Manila because she stood. That bitch stood in sisterhood and didn't give a fuck. She ain't give a goddamn what y'all said or how y'all felt. And I'm sure she probably still don't. Team motherfucking Manila. Hashtag Team Manila Luzon, honey. Anyway, was what it was. I enjoyed it. I still enjoyed it. I'm mad as hell my girl that went on home, child, but it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. I'll catch y'all next week. Later.